What's up, good people? It's your boy DJTheParkBoy, and I'm in the building. I have a special announcement for y'all. Welcome to the first ever episode of J's, Jumpers, and Touchdowns. That's right, content specifically for sports. I know I got a lot of subscribers and a lot of people in general who love sports like I do. So I can't wait to get into this content because I got a lot to debate about sports. And I got a special guest in the studio right now. I have your boy DameJM in the building.
How y'all doing out there? What's going on?
So, for the people who haven't seen him, he was a featured guest member on the Lime Show. So some of you may be familiar with him. And for those of you who are not, go ahead and tell them about yourself.
I mean, honestly, at this point in my life, I could just say fashion designer, future fashion mogul.
That's good right there. You gonna tell me anything about your fashion?
Oh yes. Any time I can, I will. The name of the brand is called Jamaica, and pretty much it just represents the culture between Jamaica and Americans, being I'm American descent and my girl is Jamaican descent. So we just try to combine both our cultures to make, good looking clothes. And I'm not gonna say just clothes, pillows, phone cases, cups, anything, face masks, anything you could think of, we designing it.
All right, y'all hear that? So y'all can go hit that boy up for some pillows, some phone cases if you need them, t-shirts,
beach towels, anything you want.
Yeah, go check out his page. I'm gonna make sure I put that link in the description for you guys. But it's definitely nice to be here talking sports. I definitely got a lot of questions I want to get into. Because I have right here one of the people I call LeBron Avenger. He's on the Justice League of LeBron fans who's going to come up with 1,000,001 reasons to why I should not have any disqualifiers for LeBron, even though he's done some things he should, get a couple disqualifiers for. Again, y'all know my opinion. Off the court, LeBron James is the greatest NBA player, in my opinion. Off the court, he does amazing things for the community. He gives back. He put his boys on. He's a good dude. But speaking strictly to basketball, he definitely has some things I would complain about. You know what I'm saying? So, leading up into that, how do you feel about LeBron getting no best player votes in the NBA?
Honestly, I can say I'm just gonna start with this disclaimer right here, right? How he described me is bullshit. I'm not no LeBron Avenger. I'm not part of LeBron Justice League. I'm not even a LeBron fan.
So can I ask a quick question for the people then? Why is it that when it comes to LeBron's role players, he carries all of them? But if I bring up Michael Jordan or any other star player, they had some great role players. LeBron had nobody.
It's a difference. It's a difference between Mike having great role players and LeBron having Mo Williams, Boobie Gibson, old ass Shadrunas Ilgauskas, old ass Shaquille O'Neal, old ass Ben Wallace.
So did LeBron just win games by himself?
Pretty much. LeBron.
So he went out there and scored. He averaged 100 points a night.
He damn near had to.
But he didn't.
Yeah, but come on now. Come on.
I will admit, LeBron is the best player of minus Kobe in his generation, hands down.
But this is the problem.
But I would just like to say it is unfair to say everybody else role players played such a significant role, and say all of LeBron teammates did nothing.
They did nothing.
He made it to an NBA Finals.
Yeah, but I have a question. Could that same team make the NBA Finals without LeBron James?
If you take a star player off every team, they don't make a championship team. No. That's why the stars get the credit they do.
Here we go.
Name one championship team without their star.
Listen. The Detroit Pistons had no star players.
They didn't.
Okay.
Hold on. That's the one team. That's the one team in NBA history.
But you said that there is no team that doesn't have a star player.
No, that did. No, listen. You said name a player. You said the star being removed from the team. So if you take LeBron off of that team, do they win? Pistons had no stars to begin with. Let me finish this qualifier. The Pistons had no superstar to begin with. If you take Jordan off the Bulls, they don't win rings. They did not win any rings without Jordan, so you can't say Is that not a fact?
But they also won 54 games without Jordan.
But they did not win it all.
But they made it to the conference finals without Jordan.
But you just said the conference finals mean nothing. I said LeBron. Let me finish this. You said LeBron James made it to the conference finals, and it meant nothing because he carried his team.
But listen.
So now you're saying the conference finals is the end all be all for all the Bulls.
No, listen. This is what I'm saying.
Make it make sense.
When you took Michael Jordan off of the Chicago Bulls, they made the conference final. When you take LeBron James off of the Cleveland Cavaliers his first 7 years, there was a lottery pick. So that tells you that even though Michael Jordan played for the Bulls, and without Michael Jordan, they still won 54 games and made it to the conference final.
I have a perfect example for you. I have a perfect example for you, though. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Finish.
Go ahead.
So again, it further proves my point that Michael Jordan had a better supporting cast than LeBron James. Because when you took LeBron James on the Cleveland Cavaliers, they had top 5 picks in every 5 years he's been gone. But when you took Michael Jordan off of the Chicago Bulls, guess what? They won 54 games and made the Eastern Conference Finals without Michael Jordan. So are you telling me that without LeBron James, Boobie Gibson, Sajunas Ilgauskas, Mo Williams, Shaquille O'Neal, Ben Wallace, that these bums at that time would have won even 40 games, let alone 54.
We don't know.
We do know, because when he left, they had the number 1 pick.
Okay, listen.
The number 1 pick.
All right. Okay.
The number 5 pick.
Okay.
And probably like a number 3 pick, because Andrew Wiggins was what, the 3rd pick? Or was he the number 1 pick again?
He was the number 1.
Okay, so you had 3 number 1 picks
in 4 years.
In 4 years, plus a number 5 pick who was Tristan Thompson.
But can we? Tristan Thompson was not the 5 pick in the draft. He was a second-round pick. He was a second-round pick.
He was not a second-round pick.
And this is why we have facts.
We have
facts. Let's pull up Tristan Thompson.
Thompson was a lottery pick.
He was not no top 5 pick.
He was a lottery pick.
I stand corrected. He was picked number 4 overall.
Oh, top 5 pick, like I said.
So again,
it further proves my point. Without LeBron James, his supporting cast did the bum ass.
Okay.
Without Michael Jordan, his supporting cast won 54 games and went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, so let's go to some other teams where superstars have left and their teams have fallen off a cliff.
Before you do that, I just want you to agree that Michael Jordan had a better supporting cast than LeBron James.
Yeah, Scottie Pippen. I'm not disagreeing with that.
Okay, so I just want to.
But can we also acknowledge when you win a lot, everybody looks better on the team. Role players look better. Role players look better when they win.
That's not true.
How is that not true?
That's not true.
Are there literally not role players in the Hall of Fame?
Again.
Are there? No, now answer this. Are there role players in the Hall of Fame of the NBA? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Manu Ginobili was a role player.
Manu Ginobili was a star.
Again, if Manu came in and he started to win it, he was a starter when he won his first ring. I give him that.
Yeah.
Every other ring, he was the 6th man. No matter what his role was, he played a specific role off the bench. He was not the star. He was not. Let me finish. I let you gave your whole rant when you yelled and all that. So I would like to say this because you were talking about yourself and you were still yelling. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get your point across. I would like to say this: if you're a role player, do they build teams around role players? Just yes or no?
No.
Do you build teams around stars?
Yes.
Was Tim Duncan the star of the Spurs team?
Yes.
Was the teams built around Tim Duncan?
Yes.
So, from that aspect, if Tim Duncan is the catalyst to 5 rings, and then 4 of them, he has consistent role players on his team, winning elevates them, even if you can acknowledge they haven't been the best players at their position throughout their career. Yes or no?
I don't agree with your statement.
Is Manu, throughout Manu's career, could you not name like 5 shooting guards better than Manu?
I don't agree with your statement.
What aspect of my statement?
That you consider even Manu Ginobili
A role
and
player.
Tony Parker role players.
Yes.
How they role players where if they was to play on any other team, they would be starters. Now, mind you, you stated
Tony Parker was a starter his whole career. No. Tony Parker was a starter. That still made him a role player. Dennis Rodman started games and was a role player.
But listen. When Dennis Rodman first got drafted into the NBA, he was a role player.
He was always a role player.
No.
Do you run
Let's classify the difference between role player and starter.
Okay, what's a role player?
A role player is a person who is not in the first 5 who's on the court doing tip-off.
Want me to tell you why that's a falsehood?
No.
Because you don't build a team around a starting lineup. You build a team around a star player. You find role players who can start or come off the bench to complement a star. That's how you build winning championships in basketball. And that's always been the case to building winning championships. Winning teams in basketball. Mm-hmm. So we have to make that... Because we're saying we're trying to qualify the difference between a starter and a role player. Mm-hmm. You can be a starter and still be a role player. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of starters who are role players.
No.
I can name you starters who are role players.
But you mentioning Dennis Rodman did not prove your point.
Listen. Playing a role means you have a specific goal that you need to achieve.
Everyone's a role player.
Not everybody. That's why you have stars.
Playing a role.
Not stars.
A star is playing his role.
But you build role players around. You build teams around stars. You just acting like because you are.
But the star is an elevated role player.
But you're still a role player. If you're not a superstar, you're a role player. There's no in between. Yeah, it's either a superstar or role player.
But I hate to break it to you. Even if you bring up Dennis Rodman, when he was a Chicago Bull, they was a big 3. They weren't just a big 2, and Dennis Rodman was a role player.
I'm not taking away the importance.
Okay,
I'm not taking away the importance.
So you can't say that Dennis Rodman
was a role player. Yes, he was.
Role player. No, Dennis Rodman was as big of a star as Michael Jordan.
Okay, answer this. Name one team that ran their offense through Dennis Rodman. One team. He's played multiple years. Name one team that's ever ran the offense through Dennis Rodman. I'll wait. Name them.
Name them. No. Okay, no. Because being that you said that, then that's just like saying that. Everyone say that the defending champions, Milwaukee Bucks, has a big 3. Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday.
They're not a true big 3.
No. We're not saying your opinion. We are saying the opinion of the masses.
Who is the masses?
The masses say that Giannis.
Who are the masses? We're not talking to nobody else. We're talking about our 2 opinions. Okay. Right now.
Okay.
In your opinion, Chris Middleton. Drew Holiday and Giannis. In the sense of what a big 3 is, they make a big 3.
Yes. Because without Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday, Giannis would still be ringless. Now,
without role players on any time. Listen. Based on your concept,
I wasn't that my concept.
No, based on your concept. Nobody wins without role. Everybody needs role players. We understand that concept, right? Everybody needs role players. Everybody needs a team around them. Not one man, including LeBron, wins games on their own. That's why it's 5-on-5 basketball and not 1-on-5 basketball.
But when LeBron was in his first year in Cleveland, it was 1-on-5. But I'm about to wrap this up with Milwaukee.
It's impossible to say it's 1-on-5.
No, it is 1-on-5. You just
show me the play.
You got LeBron.
Where's the play?
You got LeBron, and then you got 14 space fillers. That's it.
This is the ultimate dick
rider. But we on Milwaukee.
And you're not a LeBron Avenger. You're not a LeBron Avenger.
We are on Milwaukee right now. Okay, now pay attention. It is evident that Giannis was not the closer of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Because they had a role player to do it for me.
No.
And Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton has a max contract. You do not give max contracts to role players.
Reggie Jackson got a max contract.
No, Reggie Jackson did not get a max contract. He got a max contract for his position upon how many years he was on the team. Chris Middleton has a max contract, as in he gets $100+ million.
We're gonna pull up.
Reggie Jackson only has like $20 million.
Rudy Gobert has a max contract.
Rudy Gobert is a star.
That's a loose term.
It's not loose term. If you have an all defensive player every year in the league, plus a multiple time defensive player, plus the defensive anchor of his team, which had the #1 record in the West.
You can't win because you have Donovan Mitchell cooking every night. You can't win.
Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, all the cooking he would have been doing, all that mama cooking, Kwame talking about, that mama cooking, it could not happen without Rudy Gobert.
Answer this question. Can you build a team around Rudy Gobert and win?
Not in today's time.
Then you're a role player. If you're not building, listen. If I'm not going to build a franchise around somebody, then he's a role player. That's not a
role player. You wouldn't. So are you saying that Paul George is a role player?
Technically, he is.
Well, technically, he's not.
Technically,
he's not because he gets treated like a star. He gets paid like a star, and he gets considered as a star.
Listen. Have you ever heard of something called perception being better than reality?
Yes.
Which was the case for, i.e., Sha'Carri Richardson, which everybody assumed because she did good in her trials, she was the fastest woman in the world, but people don't look deep into numbers. Playoff P became a whole joke because of his actual performances when it matters. You can't be called Playoff P and you don't put up those numbers.
But I have a question. Did Playoff P not play the most minutes in the NBA playoffs last year while carrying the Clippers past the #1 seed team in the West?
So because you upset a team that makes you
okay, cool.
No.
You
I gotta give you an example. I gotta give examples on the people.
Before you get an example?
No, this matters with the opinion you're gonna get. Go ahead. For example, 2008. Remember when the Mavs was the #1 seed and the Golden State Warriors came and knocked them off with Monte Ellis being their catalyst?
No, first of all, it wasn't Monte Ellis, it was Baron Davis.
Baron Davis. And Monte Ellis was there too.
He was? Because it was Baron Davis who won the games.
I believe Monte Ellis was on that team. I had to pull that up. Baron Davis was a dog.
Baron Davis was
But was he an actual player that you say, hey, let's stop and build a team around Baron Davis?
Baron Davis was a star. Baron Davis was a star. He was a star on a bad team.
Okay, we have to quantify things.
Nigga, Baron Davis was a star.
Listen, we got to qualify. Just because you're yelling into the mic, don't quantify.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying, Baron Davis was a star.
Can we acknowledge there are levels to basketball talents? You have superstars, which is rarefied there.
Okay.
You have star players,
which is Baron Davis,
which is a big dip underneath them. And then you have the role players. Okay,
Baron Davis wasn't no role
which are 90% of the league is role players.
But it wasn't Baron Davis.
90% of the team are role players.
Look at Baron Davis stats, because you've been disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful.
I'm starting to think because you're younger than me that you just don't understand the magnitude of Baron Davis.
Bruh, I know who B. Diddy is.
Before the injury.
Nigga, I know who B. Diddy is. I understand.
I think you know of him because of smoking weed and talking to aliens.
By the time he got to 2008, that was the back end of his career. Baron Davis been putting up numbers.
Yeah, so you can't say that Baron Davis was a role player. That's disrespectful.
When did Baron Davis carry a team with his timeout? Let me finish this.
Carried the team past the #1 seed in the West.
His career average is 16 points a game. That's not star.
Bruh.
That is not a star. Jamal Crawford got them same numbers. He was not a star, bruh.
Baron Davis, first of all, Jamal Crawford is a glorified sixth man. Baron Davis was a starter who carried his 8th seed to beat the #1 seed.
Okay, now, this is why I say Baron Davis is not a star. Only 3 times in his, how many year career is this? 10, 13. In 15 years, only 3 of them he's ever averaged over 20 points a game. Let me finish. In that time, he's only led the league in 2 stats ever, and that was steals twice. Which, we know in the NBA, you don't actually have to play defense to get steals. Because my favorite player, Gilbert, was not no lockdown defender.
You don't have to play defense to get steals?
You play passing lanes.
That's playing defense.
Technically, no.
No, technically it is.
It's an easy way to steal.
Because if you're on defense,
you will catch a pass every once in a while without having to play defense.
But you have to be focused.
No, you just have to beat it.
No.
You have to beat it sometimes.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that person is sitting there he's just plotting out, okay, this person right here, the pass might come right here. No, I'm saying. In order for you to lead the league in steals, you have to be playing defense.
Okay, no, because James Harden gets steals.
Yeah, because he's actually playing defense.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no,
James
Harden plays better defense than what he gets credit for.
Than who?
Than what he gets credit for. That's what I'm saying. Than what he gets credit for.
Okay, so now
because if he can lead
he's just a defensive warrior out there.
No, I'm just saying if he can lead the league in tip passes and steals in the passing lane, your antennas have to be up to understand that the ball is coming past you for you to either tip the pass or grab the pass.
Okay, so they do have something called on-ball defenders, which we designate, again, usually D and 3 roles. There are people who play on-ball defense. James Harden does not play on-ball defense. So to say he doesn't get enough credit, well, check somebody and strap him. Do it one game. I've never seen James Harden strap anybody.
But if he leads
for instance, I've seen LeBron strap people. I've seen LeBron do that. I've never seen James Harden strap anybody.
But it's levels to defense. You don't have to be just an on-ball defender
to get steals without knowledge.
Okay, to be considered a lockdown defender.
But you can get steals and have a poor defensive rating. You can be a negative defensive rated player and have a lot of steals.
This is my point right here, right? Kawhi Leonard is considered a elite on-ball defender,
and people get more defensive numbers than him.
Okay, but listen. Let's go ahead and talk about my brother Kawhi. Okay, he is considered as a all-time on-ball defender because he kept LeBron James to 30% from the field. Even though LeBron James still averaged like 32 points and damn near triple-double, but just because his average went down, Kawhi Leonard won Finals MVP.
He also hit a lot of clutch shots too.
Not in the Spurs.
He didn't hit no shots with the Spurs. Right, he was walking balls up the court, pulling threes, and they were like, "Wow, we didn't know Kawhi could do this."
Not in the Spurs.
First of all, no. All right, hold. Let's put this in context too. You know Keon, like I know Keon. He is a super Spurs fan. You call him now, you think he gonna say Kawhi wasn't hitting shots in that clutch? He won Finals MVP for a reason.
No, he won Finals MVP because he took LeBron James down to 32% from the field. That's why he won the Finals MVP. Even though LeBron still had 30 plus points, like 8 rebounds and like 8 assists. But he won Finals MVP because he took LeBron down to 32% shooting. Let's keep it 100.
So we're not going to acknowledge that he also in the playoffs that year scored. Is this the year? Oh damn. I wish they put the finals games up. They got the whole playoffs. But he only had 15 points.
Okay, so that's Finals MVP. Because again, why did listen? Because this is further proves my point. Why did Iguodala win Finals MVP? Because he came in, checked LeBron,
and hit clutch shots.
No.
Iguodala did not hit any clutch shots.
He wasn't out there just hitting clutch shots. His main reason for winning Finals MVP was he came in and he slowed LeBron James down. So when you play against LeBron James and your team win, the only thing for you to get Finals MVP is to slow him down. It's been proven. Kawhi Leonard slowed LeBron James down, won Finals MVP. Andre Iguodala slowed LeBron James down, won Finals MVP. I believe that Kawhi Leonard averaged more points than Andre Iguodala.
So I actually got some let's pull it up right here. So we're gonna be able to see some of these highlights. Look, I just spoke him up. You start talking about the Spurs, I just spoke that man up.
Kawhi Leonard just called you?
Nah, I'm talking about Keon.
Oh, Keon just called you?
Well, he just sent me a text right there. Just spoke that man up. But right here, I have some highlights from Kawhi Leonard.
We can't listen to him. He's an Eli Manning fan.
And this is from House of Highlights. We ain't gonna watch this whole thing. We definitely gonna speed up some of this so we can get to the good shit.
Because the majority of the shit gonna be defense. The reason why he was finally...
Oh, hold on. On offense, on LeBron. Cook him. Who just took LeBron off the dribble to go score? Kawhi Leonard. We're going to keep going.
Lucky basket.
Kawhi Leonard. 4-3. Splash.
Bruh.
Oh, let me put this on 2x speed so, we can watch this a little faster so we can see all these baskets. The reason why somebody
won...
Look
at the difference in the times. This could be one play every fucking quarter.
No, this is game.
Every quarter.
Again, okay, with the game on the line, Kawhi hits the shot.
Now, mind you just said he averaged 15 points.
But that's the whole playoffs.
Okay,
we're going to one series.
But listen, the whole playoffs, he averaged 15 points. So that means that he wasn't cooking shit. You might see highlights of him scoring his 15 to 18 points. But he only averaged 15 points during the playoffs.
Yet we see Kawhi making play after play.
Yeah, these are highlights. What are you expecting to see?
Him winning the Finals MVP because he has 20 minutes of worth of highlights.
Yeah.
Now again.
But that's 20 minutes out of how many games did they play that season?
He could have had more points than the points that shown.
But listen, how many games did they play that series?
5.
So you telling me this is 20 minutes of 5 40-plus minute games
of destroying the Miami?
No. This is 20 minutes of destroying. 5. No, listen. Pay attention. This is 20 minutes of 5 42-plus minute games.
Where's everybody else highlights from the game now?
Nigga, you typed in Kawhi Leonard. I guarantee if you type in Tim Duncan, you'll see highlights too. If you type in Manu Ginobili, you'll see highlights too. If you type in Tony Parker, you'll see highlights too. I guarantee if you type in Danny Green, you'll see highlights too.
So time out again for the people who have been listening. If it's LeBron James, he did it on his own.
I have a question.
If it's everybody else, none of that shit counts.
I have a question. Did Danny Green not hit the most threes in finals history during this fucking playoffs?
Why was
this series?
Why was he finals MVP then?
Because he didn't check LeBron James. He did not hold LeBron James to 36% shooting from the field.
So again, it's only LeBron James who deserves credit for anything he accomplished.
Everybody else you're making me a LeBron James Avenger.
No, he specifically said he's not.
When that's the least of my things.
But you just make quantifiers and qualifiers everything for LeBron.
No, what I'm saying is, you have to understand. If you said that this man averaged 15 points for the entire playoffs.
Okay, let's listen.
LeBron James was averaging 30 against the Spurs.
Listen to this, though, because you have to put everything into context. He averaged 15 points for the playoffs, but in the finals, he was second on the team in scoring.
How many points did he average during the finals?
18 points.
18. So he averaged 3 more points during the finals than he did during the regular playoffs.
You're not adding the value to what he did for. Again, if it's LeBron James, he carried everybody.
I have a question.
Let me finish. Let me finish these numbers. Not only that, Kawhi led his team in steals. Well, he was second on the team in steals, first in blocks. He had average. His line that. He had 2 assists a game. Not that much, but everybody on the Spurs passed the ball because everybody got at least 2 assists who played at least the top 9 players on their team. Everybody has assists. Rebounding. He had 6.4 rebounds a game. And not only that, his true shooting rating was through the roof. He shot 57% from three. Meaning when he was shooting,
but
he made his shots count.
Did he take? If you only take 3 a game, that's easy.
Okay, so again, you mentioned Danny Green. Listen. In this finals, Danny Green did not set the record. In this final,
finals was it?
It was the one he lost. He set the record. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So again, putting it in the context because you want to take away credit from people and only give credit to LeBron. Danny Green in that finals only shot 23s. He made 9. Kawhi Leonard, on the other hand, shot 19 and made 11. So again, when he was shooting, he was making them. He was second on the team in 3 points made.
He only averaged 18 points during the final.
But you don't listen. Let me finish this point. Because also, before we even got onto recording the show, I also made the qualifier. Kawhi Leonard, he's a rare type of star because he doesn't even put up like stratospheric type numbers. Because if you look at his all-time numbers, he has none.
He does. That's your problem.
No, Kawhi is like
before Kawhi.
He's not even like a top 400 scorer.
Before Kawhi got injured this last finals, was Kawhi not putting up 40, 36, 38, 40 plus? Before the injuries, was Kawhi not carrying his teams who was down 0-2, 3-1, 1-3 to win these games, to come back and win? That is superstar play right there.
You just said he wasn't a superstar.
No.
But now he is a superstar.
No, this is what I said. I said during the San Antonio Spurs, he was not a superstar. You could take a look at the stats. He went from averaging 18 points in the finals against LeBron James, who's putting up 30.
But nobody on the team scored more than. Listen, nobody on that team scored more than 20 points a game. You act like the Spurs was not sharing the ball. That was the offense.
Okay, but cool. But I'm not finished.
So why you take credit away from that man?
I'm not taking credit away. I'm not.
He was a Finals MVP, and you saying he didn't deserve it.
He was Finals MVP based off of defense. If you look at all of the stats that you named, the majority of them are considered defensive stats.
Blocks
and rebounds.
Not being second on your team and scoring.
Listen, not being. He led the team in.
That's defensive. He didn't lead the team in rebounds.
No, I'm saying.
He didn't lead the team in steals. I fixed that. He did not lead their team. He led their team in blocks. He led their team in one defensive number.
But was he top 3 in the other 3? And the other
so was Tim Duncan.
Okay, no, Tim Duncan. Okay, but listen, pay attention. If he was a defensive leader on the team, which means that he was putting up good steal numbers, good block numbers, good rebound numbers, good on-ball defense, which is why he won Finals MVP. If you play a highlight of any sports analyst, they tell you that Kawhi Leonard won Finals MVP based off of his defense on LeBron James, not his 18 points per game in the finals.
That's
because LeBron James was averaging 30 plus during the finals.
Okay, and Will averaged like 40 points a game and lost most of the finals he played in.
That's because
just because you score a lot of points don't mean you're gonna be the nigga who wins.
No. See,
listen. Melo and Kevin Durant, for instance, those have been guys who lead the NBA in scoring, but can't lead their teams to championships.
What you mean? Kevin Durant has 2 championships.
He led them teams.
He was Finals MVP.
Listen. Again, you just said Kawhi won Finals MVP then, and he wasn't a star. Meaning you can wait. Listen. You made the statement that you don't have to be a star. You don't have to be a leader. You don't have to be. Listen, let me finish. Again, but you're making qualifiers for the guys that you like. But when it's somebody you don't like, then you tell them they didn't do shit.
No. I'm sorry. Name a person who's not going to tell you that Kevin Durant was not a star.
He was a star.
Okay.
On Steph Curry's team. Who team was it? No. Who team was it?
How many championships do Steph Curry have?
3.
How many Finals MVPs do he have?
None.
So you telling me that it's his team, but in 3 championships he has no Finals MVP? Why? Because everyone who has a Finals MVP on Golden State, check LeBron James. Kevin Durant, check LeBron James. Andre Iguodala, check LeBron James. When you see highlights of Golden State beating LeBron James, what do you see? You see the three-pointer that Kevin Durant pulled up in LeBron James' face. So again, if you play against LeBron James, if you want to win Finals MVP, what do? You slow LeBron James down. I said that earlier. It's been proven. Everyone who's won Finals MVP against LeBron James won Finals MVP because they slowed LeBron James down. They didn't stop LeBron James. They slowed him down.
I got a question. How many people won Finals MVP on Jordan?
No one, because you don't want them all.
Okay.
But we're not talking about Michael Jordan. We're talking about LeBron James.
Because this is a guy, again, y'all hear how he makes quantifiers. This is like the LeBron Avengers. He said he's not LeBron Avengers. Listen, but look, you would tell one, but would you, again, you admit it, you would tell one person that they Finals MVP really didn't mean that much because, you know.
That's not what I said. I said Kawhi Leonard won Finals MVP because he slowed LeBron James down. I didn't say that his Finals MVP didn't mean anything.
So, but from that statement that you made, that shows that you, even if it's not your team, you don't have to win Finals MVP. You don't have to be the Finals MVP.
What you talking about? Listen. It's clearly your team if you won Finals MVP.
No, it's
your
not.
Team won. Yes.
Was it? So, in 06, when Tim Duncan was still Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan was at the end of his career.
In 06?
Yes.
You talking about when they swept LeBron? He was at the end of his career?
Bro, Tim Duncan was in his mid-30s then.
He was not in his mid-30s.
Yes.
So when Tim Duncan won Finals MVP as a rookie, he was better than David Robinson already.
Hell yeah.
Based on numbers, he was better than David Robinson already.
No, this is what it's based off of. Did David Robinson win a ring before Tim Duncan? No. Did David Robinson win a ring after Tim Duncan?
How many other how many other Hall of Famers did David Robinson play with? How many all-time great players did David Robinson play with?
What you mean? He played with the #1 power forward in NBA.
That's what I'm saying. He's an all-time. He's a top 50 player of all time.
But listen. How many rings did Tim Duncan win without David Robinson?
He got more rings. I'm not discounting
that.
He
won 4 rings without David Robinson.
We're talking about in 98, 99. You will honestly say, pound for pound, that the Admiral, again, he has a nickname because he was one of those guys in the NBA. We're going to sit right here and dismiss David Robinson.
Who didn't win a ring.
We sit right here and say David Robinson was a bum.
I didn't say he was a bum.
Without Tim Duncan, is David Robinson a multi-time perennial All-Star and Hall of Fame player? Without Tim Duncan ever coming to the Spurs.
No, he was.
So, listen.
What else was he? He was ringless.
No, this is the context that I be trying to give you that you don't be trying to, it just escapes you. Oh, you're telling me that a rookie is better than an already perennial Hall of Famer in his rookie year?
Yes, it showed.
We gonna pull it up.
It showed. Did they win a ring before Tim Duncan?
Did you know the only reason they were able to get that lottery pick
is because
David Robinson was injured?
Yes, I know.
Listen. Remember when you said when stars leave their teams carry? No, David Robinson was injured, and his team played so bad they were able to get a #1 pick.
Yeah, but when he was there, how many rings did they win?
He didn't. He also never had Greg Popovich.
How many rings did he win?
How many rings does Tim have without Popovich?
So now you're changing the narrative.
I'm not. It's the same narrative.
Because you're saying
none of them won without
Robinson. You say David Robinson was a great.
He was.
He was a great player.
He was not.
Okay, no.
He was a star.
He was a star.
He was a superstar.
He was a superstar.
He was a top 5 center.
How many rings did he win before Tim Duncan?
He was playing against Jordan, baby.
Because when
he was playing against Jordan, baby.
Listen.
What's his name?
David Robinson did have Greg Popovich.
All right, but also,
and then we forget.
Also,
he had David Robinson. He had Greg Popovich.
Greg Popovich took over in the middle of that season. In the middle of the season.
That means Greg Popovich was on the bench.
No, that means Greg Popovich was an office executive. He wasn't even a coach then.
He wasn't
No, listen. For the Spurs at that moment, they fired their coach and replaced him with Greg Popovich, which I can pull up right here and we can read because I read the story before. They fired their coach mid-season. Greg Popovich comes in, and the rest is history. The Spurs dynasty is born.
Yeah, but listen. LeBron James has won 4 rings under 3 coaches.
You say who has?
LeBron James has won 4 rings under 3 coaches. Okay?
Did he do that under one team or something? Like the rest of the other star legendary players we're going to talk about?
He only played for 3 teams in his career.
Oh, so he had to
keep...
What?
And guess what?
So he had to do the outlier thing and keep moving and try and chase rings. Okay, that's greatness.
Listen.
That's greatness.
Listen to this. LeBron James has won a ring on every team he has played for. Can you deny that fact? He has won a ring on every team he has played for. When he was a Cleveland Cavalier, did he win a ring? Yes.
I did not deny that.
When he was a Miami Heat, did he win a ring? Yes. When he was a Los Angeles Laker, did he win a ring? Yes. These were 3 coaches.
Can I ask you a question?
These were 3 coaches. Let me finish. These were 3 coaches that he won a ring under. So, if we're going back to the fact that David Robinson was a great coach, and he was a great player, it still took for Greg Popovich and a rookie, Tim Duncan, for him to win a ring. Now, mind you, hold on, I'm almost done. Let me rock this.
Because I'm about to poke holes in all that shit.
No, ain't no holes you can poke. This is all facts. This is facts.
Keep on.
So, even with a Greg Popovich, a Tim Duncan, he won his first ring. Guess what? That's his only ring. Tim Duncan won 4 more rings without David Robinson. So if you're going to sit here and try to convince the public that Tim Duncan was not a factor in David Robinson's ring.
Yes, he was. I never said that. I said Tim Duncan is an all-time great player. You went on a whole rant. I said, how many other all-time 50 players have David Robinson had minus Tim Duncan? None.
How many all-time 50 players did LeBron have his first 7 years in Cleveland? None.
I mean, but also from that aspect, in Mike's first, 6 years, you wouldn't say fucking Scottie Pippen was going to be an all-time great by then.
Scottie Pippen was an all-time great in his 3rd year.
All-time great. What qualifies as an all-time great? That's what I want to know.
Top 50 all-time greatest players.
By your 3rd season, if you all-time great, you should be fucking superstar, all-star,
He was
MVP.
a superstar.
How many MVPs do we have? How many MVP races was he in?
You don't have to be a superstar to win MVP. How many MVPs do Carmelo have? None. How many MVPs do John Stockton have? None. Are these not all-time great players?
Let's pull up Scottie Pippen numbers.
Hold on. Is Carmelo not the 2nd leading scorer in NBA history? Is John Stockton not the leading assist maker in NBA history? Are these not top 50 all-time greatest NBA players? But neither one of them won MVP. And Jordan didn't win MVP. Every year, he was throwing their ass out the playoffs.
All right, so just answer this question to me. Is this considered superstar? Oh, he's already an all-time 50 great player with these numbers. Now, I'm not discounting
What year was this?
Because you said by his 3rd year.
That's when he became an all-star.
But you said he was a superstar. I mean, he was already considered with these numbers, would you tell me somebody's a top 50 player already? 16 points a game. 1 block a game. He had 2.6 steals a game. That was good. 5 assists. 6 rebounds.
Bruh, when are you going to stop? When are you going to stop? Because his stat sounds great already.
No, listen.
His stat sounds great
At 16 points and 6 rebounds?
16 points, 6 rebounds, 1 block. How many steals?
2.
2 steals.
That ain't all-time great.
How many assists?
5.
5.
That's not all-time great numbers.
How many rebounds?
Those are all-time great numbers.
How many rebounds?
6. Those are all-time great numbers.
Fuck yes. Nigga, these are all-time great numbers, especially when you're playing with Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Did Michael Jeffrey Jordan win a championship before Scottie Pippen put up 16, 1, 5, 6, and what? 2? Are you fucking serious? He damn near got a stat in every category.
So if I find somebody who has a comparable stat line that LeBron played with in his first 7 years in Cleveland,
you're not.
So I can't find somebody who has 16 points and 6 rebounds?
No. Listen. 16 points. 6 rebounds, 1 block, 5 assists, 2 steals.
Okay.
When you find that guy who has that stat,
you know who that sounds like right now? Draymond Green. Would you consider Draymond Green an all-time great? Listen, he's not the leader scorer on his team because guess what? Scottie Pippen, even with Jordan gone, never led the Bulls in scoring. I mean, he's never scored more than 22 points a game, even with Jordan gone. So let's continue on. His all-time career numbers at points scored was 16 points a game. His defense was immaculate. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to offense, he just did enough. Mm-hmm. Based on these numbers.
You want to know why? Because he did everything else.
Yeah, because you had Jordan, so he could play his role really good.
Without Jordan, he was a Swiss Army knife. He did a bit of everything.
You know what he didn't do? Lead a team to a championship.
You know what Jordan didn't do? Lead a team to a championship without Scottie Pippen.
But you know who impact shows more? When I leave, you don't do anything. When you already got the dynasty, like you said, Scottie Pippen. I mean, Michael Jordan had the greatest team. He had this super team. Meaning, if I'm gone, if Scottie that nigga, carry them, Scottie.
Oh, but it's a difference.
Carry them, Scottie.
It's a difference.
Carry them, Scottie.
It's a difference. It's a difference.
When your nickname is Robin.
Your
nickname is Robin.
It's a difference.
You're the number 2.
It's a difference.
Scottie is that nigga. He's a 7-time All-Star, 10-time All-Time Defensive Player. Scottie will strap you.
But listen, people said that if Klay Thompson, who is the Robin to Steph Curry's Batman, would have never got injured, Golden State could have beaten Toronto Raptors. That's how significant his Robin was. If Robin wouldn't have got injured, that they would have beat the Toronto Raptors.
Because for real, Klay Thompson is underrated for what he does.
But so was motherfucking Scottie Pippen. Because you're looking at 16.6 rebounds.
Nobody's calling Klay Thompson an all-time 50 great, which I would think he would make a case for it. We're going by defensive prowess.
He would too.
We're going by defensive prowess. Mm-hmm. He's a much better scorer than fucking Scottie Pippen.
But that was it. He didn't get the assists. He didn't get the rebounds. He didn't get the steals. He didn't get the blocks.
Nah, he got steals. Nah, come on. Klay was at one before he hurt his knee. Was probably the best wing defender.
Klay.
He had a case for a top 5 wing defender.
But again, Klay Thompson was not the Swiss Army.
Damn, you made me forget who was about to pull up.
That Scottie Pippen was. Scottie Pippen was averaging stats in every category.
Technically, every player averaged stats in every
No, not every player averaged stats in every category. I hate to break it to you. They don't. Name a time Kyle Korver got stats in every category.
Boom. As a Batman, somebody named Mo Williams scored 18 points a game. Mm-hmm. He got a steal a game. Mm-hmm. He didn't get a full block, but he got numbers to calculate blocks.
These still don't sound like Scottie Pippen numbers.
He had 4 rebounds and 4 assists plus more points. He was a valuable contributor, but he never won. If he had this career line, but he won 6 rings, people would say Mo Williams was that.
So he won this while playing with LeBron James. Cause we're not talking
that's the winner. LeBron went to the finals and lost. No, this is him with LeBron.
This him with LeBron, okay.
Him with LeBron. The year before that, 17 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. 4 rebounds the year before that was 6 assists and 17 points. Those are, based on what you said, those were good numbers already. So if LeBron has somebody who can give him the same 16 points, who can get him the same 5 assists, and only come up a rebound shorter,
But he ain't coming up these blocks and these steals.
He has steals technically.
How
he don't have
steals?
He don't have Scottie Pippen steals.
He don't have Scottie steals or Scottie blocks.
But he was a much better shooter. Okay. A much better scorer.
Yeah, but where did that get them?
Because LeBron's not Mike.
No, where did that get them?
LeBron James is not Mike.
Where did that get them?
LeBron's not Mike.
Where did that get them?
But LeBron is not Mike. And you call Mo Williams a bum.
Mo Williams was a bum.
How do you average over 16 points for your whole career and you're a bum?
Nigga, you're a bum.
Again, you make qualifiers and quantifiers for anybody who played with Mike. And if you played with LeBron, you was a bum. You ain't do nothing. But if you played with Mike, haven't sent you to his gates. Haven't sent you to his gates.
Damn near had a big 3, big 4 the whole time. They won championships.
We're considering them big 3s and big 4s based on what they did after the fact, but not based on the numbers they were putting up, bruh.
Tony Kukoc was leading the Bulls in points and rebounds when Pippen and Mike left. Now, did Tony Kukoc not play with Pippen and Mike?
He played with him.
Okay.
I just feel like it's an unfair standard to put LeBron with all these qualifiers.
What I'm saying,
if we're talking about all time, listen. If we're talking about all time great players, and everybody's supposed to be, when you get into this elite range, everybody's on the same playing field. So we have to judge everybody by their decisions and things they made, right? Mm-hmm. Again, we have shown that if you win those basic numbers, which probably Mo Williams' numbers probably comparable to a Tony Parker, because we can do a side-by-side comparison. Again, if one player has the leadership to will those other players to be better when they need to be better, that's called leadership. I watch Tom Brady do it every year. I watch Tom Brady take lesser offensive talent year in and year out, minus the Randy Moss 2 years. Year in and year out, he made players better. And not only that, to show you that sometimes when you lose a superstar player, i.e. like Tom Brady did, the year after they broke records, they went 11-5 because you have Bill Belichick. You still have the team, the infrastructure, because you do have to build teams to win.
Who won a Super Bowl the year after Tom Brady left?
He's great. He's the GOAT. What you talking about? He's the GOAT.
Brady won a Super Bowl.
Do you understand? But listen. Do you understand the magnitude of what you're saying? Tom Brady went to a team that was a losing team and made them Super Bowl winners.
They had good players.
Every team, bruh. But listen, you can have all the good players you want. You either win or you don't.
They had good players.
You either win or you don't.
But this further proves my point.
It don't.
No, listen. Pay attention. Out of all the teams that Tom Brady could have went to, the GOAT. I'm going to give him that. The GOAT. Out of all players the GOAT could have went to, he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, don't get me wrong. They had the most losing percentage out of all
in NFL history.
No, I think it was all sports history. I think that's how bad it was.
It could be. They had some. When they were the creamsicles, they were bad.
But listen. They had pieces that Tom Brady could work with. So all that the Tampa Bay Succaneers needed was Tom Brady. Now, mind you, let's put this back into LeBron James, okay?
He didn't go to no team. Don't compare Tom Brady to LeBron James, bro. I will end this now. I will end my show now.
End it now.
There's no way you can.
People scared to hear the facts.
Okay, I'll let you talk. Let me get my point across.
You didn't let me talk because I was talking when you said I'm gonna end it now.
Nah, because you was.
No, let's go back. So Tom Brady, he went to the Tampa Bay Succaneers because they had the talent, but they just didn't have him. So they had the sous chefs in the kitchen. They just didn't have the head chef. That's what Tom Brady came in and made it a 5-star Michelin 5-star, Michelin kitchen in that motherfucker. That's what he turned the Succaneers into. Okay? So let's put this back into LeBron James and everything that he has done, right?
It's not comparable.
No, it is comparable. How many playoff wins? How many playoff appearances did the Cleveland Cavaliers have before LeBron James came back to Cleveland? How many, Sway?
Now this is the quantifier.
Answer the question. How many play? Okay, no.
But you know. This is why it's holes in it, bro. Because it's a huge hole in the argument you making.
How's it a hole if I ain't finished?
When LeBron goes places, do he not try to remake the whole roster? When as he went to one place, took the pieces that was there and made them win. That's what Brady just did.
We not done. No. You said win?
Win.
You said win? Okay.
Miami, he brought in Chris Bosh with him. He brought in Mike Miller with him. He brought in Star. He brought in when he went back to Cleveland, they traded and brought in Kevin Love to make everything work. When he went to LA, he shipped off the whole team so he gonna get AD.
But listen. Let's listen.
Tom Brady never did that shit. Tom Brady never threw his teammates under the bus. When Tom Brady threw his teammates under the bus,
Tom Brady came in and said, "You know something? I need my man. What's the big nigga, the tight end? What's his name?
Grunt.
To
be in a three-man roster.
I need
to block the whole year. He blocked the whole year.
But still, he still recognized that I still needed something. It wasn't complete.
No, because you're wrong.
No, you said
you stated. No,
you said I could finish.
But you also stated
you
that.
said I could finish.
All right, go ahead. You also stated that if a nigga's a bum, you said if a nigga's a bum at the end of his career, it shouldn't count. Rob Gronkowski didn't put up any numbers comparable. He put up no numbers comparable to what he did in New England.
I didn't get the finish. Y'all hear that? I did not get the finish.
Is he not on the tail end of his career?
I did not get the finish. So, he said that LeBron James went back to Cleveland and traded for Kevin Love. That's one trade.
They made more than one trade.
Who was it they trade for? Because the only major trade was Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love.
I'm pretty sure we go pull it up.
All right, so you pull it up while I finish my statement. So, and then mind you, was the when he went to the Lakers with Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma, was he not the fourth in the West before he got injured?
Does being fourth in the West count for greatness? When did being fourth in the West mean greatness?
This same team didn't make the playoffs the year before.
And did they make the playoffs that year?
He was injured.
My point exactly, bro.
No.
If you injured, then that counts against you too.
No. But listen.
How many people could have been great if they weren't injured?
No, listen. Do y'all see what he's doing?
What am I doing?
The Lakers, who was the bum ass the year before, added LeBron James and went from the bottom of the West to the fourth seed in the West with just LeBron James being added. Let me finish.
Also comparing to Tom Brady going to win a whole championship. And winning championships in football is harder than basketball.
Let me finish though.
Yes or no?
Let me finish.
What is harder to win in?
Let me finish.
What is it harder to win in?
I'm gonna ask you a question because I ain't finished my statement.
Because you know I'm right.
No, I didn't finish my statement.
Tom Brady winning is harder to do.
I didn't finish my statement.
But go ahead.
So again, you took a team who was in the lottery the past 4 or 5 years since Kobe retired, was in the lottery. Lonzo Ball was the number 2 pick. Brandon Ingram was what? 3 or 4th pick? D'Angelo Russell was what? The 2nd pick? So you're telling me that in 5 years, you had 3 top 5 picks that I can remember. And mind you, Julius Randle was there also, who was a what? Lottery pick? Was he not a top 5 or top 6 pick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you had all of these lottery picks. And guess what? No matter how many of these people you added, next year you had a lottery pick. So you telling me that LeBron James minus Julius Randle, because everybody else was still there, LeBron James minus Julius Randle took them from the basement to number 4 in in the hard West with a bunch of rookies and sophomores. Took them from the bottom to the 4th seed. That's top. That's top. Mind you, the 4th seed in the West could be number 1 in the East.
So again,
let's keep the whole.
No, so again, we're comparing not even making the playoffs with that team to Tom Brady who won a championship.
No. Let me finish.
That's the comparison you're making.
Let me finish. Again, the Lakers was top 4 in the West, which could have been number 1 in the East until LeBron James was injured. Now, when LeBron James got injured, they couldn't maintain. Same thing happened with the Minnesota Timberwolves when Jimmy Butler got injured. Jimmy Butler took the Minnesota Timberwolves, who had 2 number 1 picks on the team, from the basement to top 4 in the West. And they were winning with Jimmy Butler. But soon as Jimmy Butler got injured, they went to the bum. And Jimmy Butler had to come back just so they could make the playoffs. So again, my point is...
So Jimmy Butler's just as valuable as LeBron James. That's all you said to me. That's all you just said.
Yes.
That's all you... Jimmy Butler has the same value as LeBron James. That's all you just said. He don't have the same value as Tom Brady.
LeBron James had the same value as Tom Brady.
How many places in the first year when LeBron went there, he won a championship? In the first year.
He could have won the first year by...
Don't tell me what the fuck he could have did. He either did it or he didn't. That ain't fair. You keep giving him qualifiers.
Was injured.
You either win or you don't. That's the measuring stick, bro.
2 of his stars was injured.
You either win or you don't. You either win or you don't.
So I have a question. If Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love was not injured, you don't think he could be Golden State?
I don't know. He didn't do it.
How do you don't know?
He did not do it with that team. I don't know what he could have did.
Yes, he did. Because the next year, with both of them being healthy...
Was it the same exact team?
Yes!
Was it the same exact teams on both sides?
No, it was not. The same exact team, yes!
So both... Hold on. So we gonna pull it up. You're gonna tell me...
Pull up that...
Listen. Let me finish this point. What you acknowledging is, you have 2 teams that made not one transaction for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
When in the history of NBA, you seen that? Because I'm pulling this up now.
Pull it up. Look up the roster for the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers those years, and you're not going to see no significant change. You're not going to see no significant change. The starting 5 remain the same on both teams.
That was what? 15 and 16, correct?
I guess the year before Kevin Durant got there. 2 years before Kevin Durant got there. People, I just want to let y'all know.
So, roster.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Thompson. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I'll rest my case.
I'll give you that one.
Mm-hmm.
Will Cherry.
I'll rest my case.
Matthew Dellavedova. Mm-hmm. Joe Harris, who was a nice shooter.
No, he wasn't nice in Cleveland. He was nice in Brooklyn. He wasn't nice in Cleveland.
Let's see what his shooting numbers were, because again, you're going to discredit somebody.
No, go ahead. Look at the numbers.
No, why do y'all do that?
Look at the numbers.
Okay, I'm going to look at it. In his first year, to which he played in those games, he shot 37% from 3. That's good. And he was jacking 2 threes a game. That's good for a role player.
He shoots higher and jack more threes as a Brooklyn Net.
He also has more playing time.
He had LeBron. Who else was on the team?
If nobody else was on the team, why wasn't he getting playing time?
Who else was on the team?
The niggas who helped LeBron get there.
Nigga, his next star was Matthew Dellavedova.
Okay, so we got Brandon Haywood, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, James Jones, Alex Kirk.
Kyrie Irving didn't play. So we got to take him off the list.
No. Again, the statement was...
He did not play.
Listen, Linda. Because now you speaking 2 different things. No. You said that the Cavaliers had the same exact team back-to-back years. The
I said the starting 5.
No, you didn't. You said
I
the same.
did.
We can run back
Yeah,
to
run
tape,
it
bro.
back.
We can
Run it
back
back.
to tape.
Run it
You said
back.
they had the same exact starters.
I said at least the starting 5.
No, because I asked you, in what time in NBA history, listen, did I not say this? What time in NBA history has 2 teams not made any roster transactions? I asked you that.
And then when you said that, I said at least no significant change.
A role player can be significant.
But these role players weren't significant. Let's just be honest. Brandon Haywood, that was significant. That was significant.
Mike Miller was significant. Kendrick Perkins was significant. Amon Shumpert was significant.
These niggas ain't play shit.
Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith.
Those niggas was in the same team when they won a championship.
So, no, again, you're telling me they were not significant.
No, I said the starting 5. Tristan Thompson has a ring. J.R. Smith has a ring under the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving, who did not play the year before because he was injured, has a ring the year he played. Kevin Love, who has 1 ring because he didn't win, they didn't win the first year because he was injured, has a ring. Amon Shumpert, I don't even think he was a fucking starter. Was he even a starter?
He started some games.
Okay, he started some games. But the nigga has a ring. He was on the team the year before as well.
Deion Waiters was a dog too.
Dog where?
He didn't put up no numbers.
What the fuck Deion Waiters play for now?
He didn't have moments.
Who does he play for now?
Right, he averaged 13 points in his career.
Who does he play for now?
LA.
Because the
LA
who?
The Lakers, nigga.
He played for the Lakers?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
He's not on the team.
He was on the team last year.
He's not on the team.
Last year he was.
He was on the team last year?
Yeah.
No. Was he on the team during the fucking finals? Because I know he got added to the team, but I believe his shit got cut.
Yeah, he was on. He played in the finals game. He actually played in the finals.
Over?
And scored.
Over?
In more than 1 game.
Over?
Again, you take away
How many
credit.
points was that? How much was that? Nigga, if he went up there and shot one fucking layup and said, oh yeah, he scored, does that really make a difference?
Could that one layup be the game-winning layup?
Nigga,
no, just answer the question. Can I hit one layup in the game and it be a game winner?
Yeah, but
there not be an important layup?
His wasn't.
Yeah, his wasn't.
His wasn't.
I'm not saying it was.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
So don't sit there and say, could I not hit the one layup and change the game? His layup didn't change the game.
Was Amon Shumpert not a good role player for the Cleveland team?
He was on the team both years.
I'm saying, was he a good role player for the team? Or did LeBron do everything himself again?
No, LeBron had Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving.
Matthew Dellavedova. Dog.
They lost that year, or did you forget?
Was it Delly's fault? Delly was out there balling.
No, Delly was out there.
He made a name for himself.
Was following Steph Curry around the whole time.
And who did not win Finals MVP? Because Matthew Dellavedova was on that ass. My point exactly.
Did the Cleveland Cavaliers win the championship that year? Point exactly. Or did Golden State win? Because I believe Golden State won.
But again, you're taking credit away from people who helped LeBron get to these places. That's all I'm saying.
No,
LeBron is not.
Dellavedova did not help LeBron get to the finals. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love helped, but they was injured, so they had to put it in reserve.
So Kyrie Irving played 48 minutes a game, 82 games out the season. Because you have to have somebody relieve you. Not everybody's playing every single minute.
Fucking Dellavedova.
You can't win a game.
How many minutes did Dellavedova play during the season?
How many he played in the finals?
Kyrie Irving was injured. Are you serious?
I mean, and of course there were hella changes on this roster from year in to year out.
What's the changes?
They added Chris Anderson, Andrew Bogut. Time out, let me finish.
Significant.
Bro, everybody, damn near the whole team flipped. Let me finish.
Andrew Bogut was won a championship before.
Can I finish, sir? Can I finish listing people off before you say what significance they had?
On the team who won a championship, so go ahead.
So adding Channing Frye, well, it may not seem like a big thing on the court. That's one of LeBron guys. So mentally, having one of your boys on the team helps for a long season.
Did they win a championship that year?
Yeah, with Channing Frye, yeah.
Yeah, was he on the team?
He hit games in that series.
Yeah, was he on the team the year before?
Nah.
I said significant.
Bro, that's significant. If
Channing Frye's not significant. You wanna know why? Because Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love played.
Oh, time out.
Come on now, stop.
Did Did he or did he not play a role on the team which he was valuable to his team shooting threes in that finals they won? Yes or no? In the finals, because he played in the playoffs. He played. He has numbers in the playoffs. Not only that, he led the playoffs in effective field goal percentages. So if you have a role player who's putting up above average numbers than they would do normally, you have to give him credit. If you take away his effective field goal rate and you replace him with somebody else who's not going to give you the same contribution that he gave exactly, you can't say that they would have won.
That's not true. That just means that LeBron James, Kevin Love, or Kyrie Irving would have took more shots.
Man, hey, y'all, someplace in this ad that I'm going to pull up every time you say LeBron or something, I just need to pull up this one video of, what's her name? Shit, I just saw the video yesterday. Y'all going to see when that shit get added into production because it's it's like the Super Sucker LeBron Olympics right now.
Bruh, it's not. I'm just saying. Just get it.
No, you literally said everybody except Kyrie Irving, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and Kevin Love added no value to LeBron's career. Every other player he played with added no value to his career.
They did. They was roster fillers. Let's just keep it 100.
Again. So name the one game LeBron played where he scored all the points, got all the rebounds, assisted everything to himself, got all the blocks, got all the steals, and nobody else was on the court. Because that's the only time you win it by yourself.
The first 7 years of Cleveland. Sounds about right.
This is like the...
Sounds about right.
You know, people gonna comment on this. They're gonna look at you and say,
I hope they do.
How could you come up with this argument?
They're gonna sit here and look at you and be like, how the fuck did you not know that LeBron James was playing 1-on-5?
Oh, because I watched fucking Cleveland Cavaliers games.
So if you watch Cleveland Cavaliers games,
and I watch other people score,
you should no. You might see a nigga.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas made All-Star games with LeBron on the team.
Bruh, you wanna know why? That's because
he made
All-Stars.
But if he made All-Stars before LeBron and after LeBron.
No.
Let's pull up the Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Because again, if he played with LeBron, he was a bum. That's all you saying, bro. Like, that's the most disrespectful thing to say to all these NBA players.
What I'm saying is...
No, you said everybody had no value. That's what you said.
Zydrunas was damn near 40 when he played with LeBron. Or did we forget this?
So,
if he was like 40. So was Shaquille O'Neal. Damn near Ben Wallace. Zydrunas was old as fuck, like 37 to 40.
Okay, and this is where he's wrong. The year that LeBron and them went to a finals, he was 29. That's called the prime of your career. 29 is prime career in NBA.
What did he do that year?
He only made an All-Star.
What did he do that year?
Scoring 17 points a game, getting 9 rebounds a game. 2 blocks a game, a steal a game, and a 1.3 assists a game. I guess that meant nothing. I guess him making an All-Star with those numbers meant nothing because that was his second All-Star game. I guess those numbers just mean nothing, huh?
And they don't. You wanna know why they didn't mean anything? Because they ain't win shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If you're listen, and that's what I've been saying this whole time. If you're a role player on a successful team, they're gonna boost you up. But if you're a role player on LeBron's team and you'll become a reason why he didn't win, that's called suckage.
I'm gonna tell you why he makes this statement, right? Because the statement comes from Bill Russell. Okay, he fails to admit that Bill Russell had a whole team of Hall of Fame NBA players. Hall of Fame. He had at least 7 Hall of Famers on his team at one time. It's only 15 rosters on a team. This nigga had 7, including himself. So that means that the team had 8.
Okay, so if Bill Russell's important, again, using your own words, you said Tim Duncan as a rookie added so much value to the team that they won, right? Tim Duncan as a rookie, correct?
Yes.
So why can't that be the same case when Bill Russell as a rookie led the Boston to their first championship as a rookie, but you take away credit when you want to?
Because he had 7 other Hall of Famers.
Tim Duncan has Hall of Famers on his team.
Yeah, Tim Duncan had one other Hall of Famer.
Manu and Tony Parker are Hall of Fame
but
players.
those came later.
But they don't. Bill Russell had different Hall of Fame players throughout his whole career. Some of them came later. And guess what? They still won.
But they were Hall of Famers before and after.
Listen. There's no way you draft a player and you automatically tell them that they're a Hall of Famer.
Bruh, they was a Hall of Famer when they got drafted because they put up the numbers. And then when they left, they still put up the numbers. Those not role players.
It amazes me.
Role players are players who just play their fucking role. You would never call them a Hall of Famer.
It sounds crazy again. That we make qualifiers for the people we like. Tim Duncan as a rookie gets the credit for the Spurs ring. But if I bring up Bill Russell being the finals MVP.
No, did David Robinson win a ring? How many rings do David Robinson have?
1.
When did he win that ring?
With Timmy.
How many rings without Timmy do we have?
None. How many rings does Boston have in totality compared to the rings that Bill Russell has? They have 16 total championships. He has 11 of them, winning them in his rookie year. From a rookie and in his last year. But he had consistency and dominance.
But let's pay attention to this. Another thing that also get left out was there was only 8 teams in the NBA.
So that means, okay. Also by that,
so that means that he has 7 Hall of Famers. That all of the Hall of Famers in the 8 teams was on his team.
But also answer this though. So no. Answer this because this actually makes sense. If you have contraction in the NBA, there's less jobs, meaning you have to fight more for a job. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, by that logic, you will have better players overall on teams, including those other 7 teams, because there are less jobs to fill.
I have a question.
No, just yes or no. Would that make sense? Yes. If it's less jobs to fill, you're going to have to filter out more people.
I have a question. Can we look up these 30 Hall of Fames Bill Russell had? And let's look at their stats compared to Bill Russell's. Now, when we look at their stats compared to Bill Russell's, let's look at their stats compared to the teammates Wilt Chamberlain have. Because it's already been documented.
I know.
Wilt Chamberlain destroyed Bill Russell every time they played.
Okay,
but Bill Russell, Hall of Fame teammates, destroyed the role players Wilt Chamberlain had.
Between Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain, which player is
All-Stars compared to Hall of Fame?
Listen. No, because this is a whole different stat. I got a question. Which one of these players increased every single number across the board when they got into the playoffs, and the other one, all their numbers dropped?
Not Wilt Chamberlain.
All of Wilt Chamberlain numbers when he got into his 160 career playoff games took a dip. Dramatically took a dip. Yet Bill Russell, when he got into games that mattered the most, stepped up and played better. He even averaged more rebounds a game than Wilt Chamberlain did. More assists per game than Wilt Chamberlain did. Only thing Wilt Chamberlain did was 3 more baskets more than him a game.
But this is what he left out.
In the playoffs.
This is what he left out. Again.
Undefeated in game 7s.
It's been widely confirmed that the only reason Bill Russell beat Wilt Chamberlain, because Wilt Chamberlain shitted on Bill Russell every time they played.
Oh, okay, is this shitting? The first ever time that they played head-to-head, Russell, it says right here, Russell held Wilt Chamberlain to a season low of 22 points a game in the season that he averaged 50 points a game.
That's sad when your season low is 22 points a game.
Playing against the guy who has 11 rings. He makes you score less than half your number.
But he also has 7 Hall of Famers. How many Hall of Famers did Wilt have to go against Bill Russell's 7 Hall of Famers? Because mind you, Bill Russell made the 8th Hall of Fame on the 15-team roster.
Again, I just find it crazy that Tim Duncan will get credit, but you don't like Bill Russell.
Gosh, Wayne. Tim Duncan also had 3 other Hall of Famers in his career. He had David Robinson, won a ring. Manu Ginobili, won a ring. Tony Parker, won a ring. Bill Russell had
Oh.
7 Hall of Famers.
Big Shot Robert Horry counts.
He's not a Hall of Famer though.
He's one of the
but
greatest.
He's not a Hall of Famer.
He's the greatest playoff shooting.
You know that's my man.
So don't discount his role. Don't discount his role.
But is he a Hall of Famer?
He should be.
He should be. But is he a Hall of Famer?
If Dennis Rodman a Hall of Famer, he should.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Nah, not yet.
Okay, so that's why I didn't mention him.
But Big Shot Rob matters.
When he become a Hall of Famer, then he will get added to the list. But until then, he's not a Hall of Famer. He don't get added to the list. That's my man's. And you know this. You know that's my man's. But we talking about niggas who got their gold jacket during the ceremony. Bill Russell had like 7 of them motherfuckers on the team at all times. Again, Will Chamberlain didn't get another Hall of Famer until he went to the Lakers. And guess what? Neither of them Hall of Famers had rings until Will Chamberlain got there. Jerry West was in the finals like 8 or 9 times before Will Chamberlain.
But did they win with all those Hall of Famers? Did they win before Bill Russell came there? And after Bill Russell left, how many years in between did it take for them to win again? Since, again, you're saying the LeBron James value factor, that's the Bill Russell value factor.
Bruh.
No, listen, because, again, you give LeBron credit, James. You say when he's gone, the team loses. When Bill Russell was there from his rookie year, he took a team that never won a ring to winning 11 rings. That's amazing. That is amazing. And we also acknowledge the more you win, the more it makes everybody around you look better. It don't?
No. Because Cleveland was number 1 in the East for many years. But we still look at Boobie Gibson as Keisha Cole's husband. That's it. That's it.
I mean,
niggas don't even remember Mo Williams. Larry Hughes.
Bro,
niggas don't remember Larry Hughes as a Cavalier. You remember him as a Wizard.
Yes, but Mo Williams and fucking Baron Davis have comparable numbers. But yet Baron Davis is that much greater than fucking Mo Williams. You be discounting people you want.
Baron Davis was the star of his team.
Stars.
When did Mo Williams win anything?
When did Baron Davis win anything?
When he took the 8th seeded Warriors to beat the number 1 seed Mavericks,
which was considered one of the biggest shocks in NBA history.
What
happened? What happened in the next round? What happened in the next round?
Oh yeah,
his team did it, bro. His team did it.
It was behind him.
My gosh, bro. You take away everybody else's credit. You give everybody credit for if it's not LeBron, everybody gets credit. I mean, yeah.
It was behind him. Behind him. Just keep it 100. Keep it 100. When Baron Davis left Golden State, what did they do? They shit got the bouncy wouncy. Let's just call it 100 out here.
I don't think Baron Davis ever made it out the second round, so you can't call him a star.
Nigga, Monte Ellis never made it out the first round.
He's not a star.
But you said he was on it. You said he was a star. He was the star before Steph Curry.
I said I believe Monte Ellis was the scoring guy on the team because Monte Ellis was getting baskets. I believe he led that team in scoring, if I'm not mistaken.
Bruh, he led that team to scoring on terrible shooting percentage. If you average 22 points and it took you 14 shots to get 22 points, what the fuck did you really do? Besides jack a bunch of shots.
So what determines somebody jacking a bunch of shots and somebody not jacking a bunch of shots?
They real player percentage.
Hold on. Real player percentage. We just saw Channing Frye lead the playoffs in real player percentage and scoring. And he scored 8 points a game. Hitting consistently really good shots when they were needed. But his value means nothing. Even though he's one of LeBron James' best friends.
But do you hear
and he may be defending. I mean, you may be the only person who defends LeBron more than fucking Channing Frye right now.
But do you listen to the difference? If Channing Frye scored average 8 points on good shooting percentage, Monte Ellis will average 22 points on terrible shooting percentage. That's the difference. Mind you, Shannon Fry still had Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, and LeBron James. Monte Ellis had Monte Ellis. That's why they replaced him with Klay Thompson. And what happened after they replaced him with Klay Thompson?
Nobody knew Klay was going to be that.
It doesn't matter. What happened when they removed Monte Ellis off the team? Because the reason
they
why
still struggled initially.
No, listen. The reason why they traded Monte Ellis is because they had Klay Thompson.
No. Again, the Warriors did not really take off until Klay Thompson's third year. When my guy came there, Mark Jackson. So, also putting things into context, Steph didn't become Steph, Klay didn't become Klay until Mark Jackson got there. They did not.
Oh, that's true. But you gotta understand, these were still young players. They had to find their foot. Now listen, it's been documented. It's been documented that the reason why they traded Monte Ellis is because him and Steph Curry couldn't share the court at the same time. But the main reason why they traded Monte Ellis over Steph Curry is because Klay Thompson played the same position as Monte Ellis. So they said, okay, we have this good scorer compared to this guy who just jacks up shots. But what's the difference? When they replaced Monte Ellis with Klay Thompson, how many rings they got? How many? They got 3 rings, right?
It's also when Mark Jackson became a coach.
But they didn't win a ring under Mark Jackson. They won a ring under Steve Kerr.
He built the program.
They won a ring under Steve Kerr.
Who built that program?
Who won the ring?
Man, that
who won the ring?
He definitely won the ring, man.
All right, cool.
I give you that.
All right, cool.
But can we acknowledge that you gave LeBron qualifiers?
No.
Because I think we need to acknowledge that.
I did.
I mean, you. All right, we're not gonna rehash that, man. We've been right here for an hour and 30 minutes now. Got some editing to do on this. I guess we can go ahead and wrap this up until next time, so you can get more horrible takes from this guy.
Horrible takes. My shit was all facts.
That LeBron had no help ever. He won every game by himself for his first 7 years. He scored 100 points a game. He had 50 rebounds a game. He had 30 assists by himself a game. He had 9 blocks, the 9 steals. Yet we never see that stat line. But y'all, it was nice for y'all to listen to us. I appreciate that. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Go check out other content from Next Up. Make sure you go ahead and hit the links in my bio. Go support Chop Floss and go hit up JK Distro. You use that Floss1 code, you save you $20. That's right, $20, and you get weed shipped right to your house. So go ahead and check them out. Make sure y'all go check out Ja America, even though y'all know y'all gonna get LeBron's face in the tag of every shirt.
_clothing on IG.
And your website?
My website is jamerica.store.
All right, so y'all people go check that out. Appreciate y'all listening. I'm out.